All right. So you're going to sit like that, are you?
I can sit normal. It's fine.
Try that.
Is that better?
I want to have enough room. You know what I mean? Are you good? Because, am I bumping into you?
No, you're not bumping into me at all. No.
All right.
I have no arms to bump it into.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Well, the guest gets the folding chair. I understand.
Yeah, you do.
Hello.
Right. Good evening, and welcome to Having a Drink with Mink. I'm your host, Jason Mink, and I'm joined by my special guest, Dennis Miller.
How you doing, folks?
What are you drinking there?
It's polar seltzer, very boring water. It's just no caffeine, no calories.
Is there like flavor in it?
Yeah, it's raspberry lime.
Let me sniff it.
Go ahead.
Oh, well.
Like a New York seltzer, just
right.
no calories.
Yeah, exactly. And what am I drinking? I don't know. I kind of left the glass under the leaky pipe for, about 8 hours. Yeah, and I ended up with this lovely substance. It's nice, it's rich.
Thick.
You can see bits.
Yeah.
I think that the bits
you need
are...
the bits.
Right, exactly. It's just like a caloric.
Well, you don't need a multivitamin now.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, well, I hope you have a nice beverage on hand. I know that we do. We're going to get right to it. We call this one...
Chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa, that is right. Why is that? Well, we're talking about the Chips TV show, more specifically...
Well, Chips Migos. We have John here, and we have Punch and Sarge. So these are on the card, original from 1977.
Wow.
We're gonna crack these bad boys open. It might make some people cry.
It might make me cry.
Well, that Max FX got me thinking. I got some carded Migos. Why not?
Yeah.
Because I know that one hurt you to do.
Yeah, well, these are really amazing to see. I have to admit, right off the bat, looking at the battered hang tag. I think Sarge was on the pegs for a while.
Well, and the Toys R Us tag.
Right, exactly.
So that's way down the line. That's 80s at least.
$1.91.
This one is $1.99 in grease paint on the bubble, and
okay.
I certainly paid more than that. So.
Yeah, well, it's worth it when it comes right down to it because you're such a big Chips fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I like the TV show. I'm not encyclopedic knowledge about the show, but I do like, and I know.
But if I were to ask you questions about Chips, you wouldn't have to say consult a hidden phone, which is like down here just below eye level, would you?
No.
Like you, for example, you would know who played Sarge, right?
No.
It's Robert Pine, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
I know Larry Wilcox.
Yeah, all
right.
That's all that matters.
And Michael Dorn was it. Of course, there's not a Michael Dorn figure, but you could take a Worf and put him in a Chips outfit.
That would be amazing.
Right.
All right. That might actually be a worthwhile use for the extra costumes. Before we start, we're going to talk about what's going on up front here.
Well, and we also have another example of a Chips figure that will come out in a minute.
Yeah, you bet. Okay, now, as y'all know, Naked Woody Harrelson, well, he's been a long-time player on the show, and here he is. He wanted to get into the spirit of things, and, he's all chipped out. Oh, yeah, exactly. You do not want him pulling you over by the side of the road.
No.
And, even though you can't really see it because, the camera's over there and stuff, he actually has burn marks on his thighs from the engine, from the motorcycle because he's that dedicated to the role.
Now, there is one thing I do, encyclopedic I do know. People think those are Harleys on the show. They're not.
They're motorcycles.
Well, I think they're Hondas or Yamahas. They're not Harley
Really?
Davidsons. Yeah.
Oh, that kind of undercuts an American myth, doesn't it?
Well, they're still beautiful motorcycles.
Yeah, I reckon. No, they're big old motorcycles for sure.
And the ones from this line, what the motorcycle was used for the Migo line for the Chips guys, right?
Was that the Evel Knievel motorcycle? No.
Fonzie's.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, so they're interchangeable.
All
right.
Nice. Okay, so here is your loose example of John. Played by...
Larry Wilcox.
Larry Wilcox!
Yeah. He likes to do that to me, folks. I got this actually from a nice lady on eBay. This was her son's toy.
Right.
And, he's long grown up and he's not interested in chips, obviously, anymore.
Right.
And salsa.
Right.
But no, he's a little worse for wear. Like the snap on his shirt obviously is broken. The one side is snapped and the other side not sewn in there. He doesn't have his original belt. That is... I think they just slapped on a different belt from a different Migo.
Right. Well, I mean, you figure after all those years of being out on the highway, he's probably gotten a little roughed up. He's seen a little bit of action. He's in surprisingly good shape, all things considered.
Yes.
You bet. Now, apparently there's a problem with Migos from this era.
Especially the Chips and Fantastic Four Migos.
Right, exactly.
It's called Gray Face or Zombie Face, and we have an example.
Now, those of you who saw our birthday episode a couple years ago, remember when I found Gray Face Paunch here? He actually looked a lot worse when I found him.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't quite the state.
Yeah.
I did my best, absolutely. But nonetheless, I didn't do the restoration on his head because I was just, kind of like, all right, I'm just going to put him up on the shelf the way he was. Well, there's like a Japanese phrase for that.
Oh, there is. Well, that would be fixing something with gold that's been broken.
Right, Larry?
Just drop that in.
Knowledge.
But you have plans for him, don't you?
I was actually thinking of making him into the devil-worshipping cult member from that one movie from back in the day. I don't remember what that... Yeah, Larry, exactly. Larry, ladies and gentlemen. We couldn't do it without him. But, so I figure I'll donate the shirt maybe over to your John, played by...
Larry Wilcox.
That's right, Larry Wilcox. And, we'll get that going. But ultimately, we have these two carded examples, and you're going to open them up. I know that I'm thrilled to pieces. Yeah. They're nice cards. They're very eye-catching. They have, like a primarily blue color scheme, and, that's indicative of, like, law enforcement. It plays very nicely off the sort of sagey desert colors of the... California Highway Patrol.
The pin up on the back.
Right, exactly. You could actually save this and put it up on your wall and let everyone know what you're into. Oh, wow. Sarge came free relatively easy. Yeah. Sarge has been ready to come out for a long time.
And they come with, their little accessory packs. They have the stickers
nice.
And the helmet and all that good stuff. And, of course...
Decent.
Yeah, and, I mean, he's been waiting to stand for a long time. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Sarge
has he's a little worse for wear there. He's got a broken knee joint. At least a broken knee joint.
Now, ain't that the strangest dang thing? Mm-hmm. Because these figures are in the package. They've never been opened.
Well, they have been. See how the bubble is.
Right.
Their legs have been stretched out like that whole time.
Right.
And, I guess... over time.
Yeah, I'm guessing if I were to hold that pose for 20 years, my knees wouldn't be in great shape either. Okay.
The same thing happened with my Patsy Weber guy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Naked Woody Harrelson. And the same, it sometimes happens with these Migos. Now, Paunch is really on the card, so he's going to be... Now, do we want to use Stabby or Sticky?
Sticky?
Sticky.
Now, that's the name of the new knife, is Sticky. And then this is, of course, Stabby Joe. He don't work so good no more. Who would you like to see on the show from here on out? Let us know in the comments section below. Larry, who would you like to see? Well, Larry's a Stabby Joe man. What about you?
Well... all I know is that I'm not a fan of these knives. They have some sort of click thing. You got to click it and flip it. And
it's a German knife.
It's too complicated for me. But he's coming out just fine. You try to make it so that you don't rip the card too bad. Look what your face used to look like, Eric.
I had such a beautiful mind.
So. Okay.
Wow.
His knees.
Wow.
Are kind of the same.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're broken knees. Yep. Broken
Oh,
knee.
man.
So he's got a broken knee on this side, and yeah. Sometimes it just pays to keep him on the card, folks.
See, fortunately, they're policemen in the California Highway Patrol, so they have really good insurance.
Yeah, we'll fix them up. We have knee pins, and we can fix them up.
Oh, yeah, that feels super shattered.
Yeah.
Apparently, he took a dive.
Yeah, so it might not just be the pin; it might be the leg. But we have legs. We can we have the technology. We can rebuild them.
We have legs. We know how to use them.
That's right.
All right, well, let's take a quick look at a nice little gallery featuring all of these characters so you can see them front, back, and sideways. And when we come back...
Comics. Comics.
Yeah.
The salsa.
We talk about them here. Yes, exactly. We did the chips. Now this is the salsa. For those of you who tuned in looking for some sort of tomato-based product, I'm afraid I don't have any of that this time. You know, I checked the prices up the street. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Tomatoes, they're through the roof. So
we got the American Air Force's number 4. Look at this guy. He's so happy, killing people.
Bob Hope. That's a winner, folks.
And I don't know. I mean, that's pretty phallic. I don't know. You guys see the giant telescope there? I mean, $1.98.
Mankind deal. Reaching for the stars.
For 17 full inches.
Well, look at this.
Free carrying case.
Look.
The way he's holding it.
Yeah. You tell me, folks.
It's green there, though.
The really far out thing about this magazine is it's sort of a magazine. It's not a comic.
Yeah, no, it's got like regular pictures in it.
Right, exactly. It's got a comic book up front, with
some really military caricatures in there.
Military themed AC Doocy. Wow, this is cool.
Yeah.
Wow, how about her? And Margaret, am I right, folks? Woof. And then on the back, towards the back, we have some magazine-style features, Target Tokyo.
It's been a while.
It has been a
Let
while.
that one go.
But, you know.
Let's see.
Hold on, no, check this out. Check these guys out. They're doing some kind of military.
I can't tell
right
what they're
there.
doing. I'm sure the captions. Oh God!
Ah! That's problematic, but it reveals to us the girls can't resist the kiss me necktie. Try it as a belt.
Speaking of which, what do you?
Unexpurgated is what that is. It's Carl Barks. We told you it was going to be spicy.
It is spicy. Selected cartoons from the Calgary Eye Opener.
That's right. Let's get this puppy open.
You know, I wouldn't want to touch that if it wasn't in the wrapping.
Yeah, it's sealed.
Yeah.
It's safe. Exactly. You know, this would be one that, you know.
Is it, folks? It's safe.
Yeah, well, you know, let's check on the inside. And we'll see what's doing. We got this honey right here. Check her out.
The Siegfried girls.
Right, exactly. Taking a bath. The King and I.
How to build toy gliders.
I.
What he's reading there. I don't think they're doing him too many favors there, you know.
Yeah, fun stuff. Absolutely was thrilled to add this to the archives. It's from Hamilton Comics, don't you know?
Now this is beautiful. The one and only Black Cat.
You betcha. Harvey Comics, Black Cat.
Nice.
Started off as kind of like a super heroine, and then...
Now, is this a reprint?
Yes, oh yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna say,
this
that's
is a
in really good
reprint
shape.
from Recollections magazines in the 1990s, but originally the Black Cat appeared in these Harvey Comics, and she was like a Hollywood stunt woman,
right,
/ actress, but then she would put on a little mask, and somehow you just didn't know it was her, even though
it's
she
not
was
like it's a pair of
incredibly
glasses,
famous.
or
Right?
something.
Yeah, that's true.
I like in full color. This cover is reminiscent of like the old neon, style. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the interesting thing about this cover, something to note, is that these Black Cat comics, each one featured a little self-defense course. There was an entire page showing you if an attacker comes at you from behind, this is what you do. And Black Cat shows you how to do it. And so these are examples of all of the different moves from that particular feature. So I thought that was pretty cool. And these started off as black and white reprints, but then they went full color. And that's awesome because, well...
I agree with that decision.
That's maybe how you want to enjoy them.
All right, now we got, bad 1950s EC Comics crime suspense stories. Or suspend stories.
Suspend stories, right, exactly.
Now, why do they call it bad 1950s EC Comics? I don't think they're bad.
Because they were playing into the exploitative angle, you know what I mean? Like, they were selling them to people who might not necessarily... buy those comics in the first place because you may already have these EC comics, but if you're the sort of person who watched Ed Wood back in the 90s, Eddie, I don't feel so good. You might be like, oh, I like sticky stuff, and so there was like a whole push towards, marketing this stuff as bad, even though these are far from bad. They have some of the most dynamic artwork going, certainly evocative, immersive.
It's jolting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Hang on there, buddy. You'll be fine.
Jingle Jangle Comics.
Now, I had decided to read this one day. I was like, yeah, why not? Because mostly I wanted to figure out what the hell this thing was.
That is a conundrum, yeah.
And as I read it, this thing disintegrated
in my hands. It looks like it, yeah.
It left a little pile of crumbs. But when it comes right down to it, I thought, this is cool. It's my only Jingle Jangle. So, I wanted to share it with the world.
You can get arrested in some states for doing that.
I'm not afraid of that.
Oh, come on. You announced
I told ya it was a spicy. It's a Wally Woods a horny toads.
Every time I come here.
Now, Wally, he liked the women. Yes, he did. And he sure had a talent for drawing them.
Sure.
You can't argue with that. Although the Toad seems
mean,
less than impressed, I guess he's got
other things to do.
Right, yeah, there's business down at the pond. But then you flip it over, and there's more to Wally than just sexy women. There's,
it's still there.
Well, yeah. Come on.
Reminds me of one of my characters there.
Oh, yeah, right on. You betcha.
Very cool. All right, I'm afraid to turn these now. Let's see.
It's a spice.
Oh, Jigsaw. Well, okay, we know Jigsaw, Man of 1,000 Parts. Wasn't that on a Comics for Breakfast?
That was one of the earliest comics for breakfast. In fact, we didn't feature this particular episode, but it is a bizarre character, At the time, all the comics companies figured, the Batman TV show was popular. We could do that.
Right,
we
let's
could
just be
dig
sticky.
our heels in and, do a little silly thing. And that's exactly what this is. It is very silly. It is very weird and kind of unsettling, to be honest with you, when it comes right down to it. Whatever happened to Jigsaw? We need to bring him back.
Speaking of Batman, he's on the back.
Holy hobby, kids! Wait a minute. Batman wasn't the one who said holy this or that. That was Robin. He's
Robin's
all the way
there.
down there. Yeah, he's just kind of looking.
Being a little kid.
Yeah.
Do I still have to wear these tights?
Right, exactly. I have homework to do.
Joe Palooka. There you go. Look at that one. Crazy Crow. Here you go. There you go.
What can you say about good old Crazy? He was a great sport, at least until he ended up in that wheelchair.
Well, we see how.
Right, yeah. And then he just kind of sat on his porch and watched bitterly as the kids played in the street.
Get off my lawn.
Right, and they still called him Crazy Crow, but it took on a whole different connotation.
Now, Little Dot. Now, this cover I've seen a bunch. I know that's your jam. So
it is my jam, yeah. I don't
Harvey
really
Comics again.
I don't have any excuse, to be honest with you. Instead of featuring comics you'd never seen before, I figured we'd delve into the archives. And this one, it just reaches me ultimately when it comes right down to it. There are very few visual expressions of music that are as effective as this particular image. It's simple, but it's direct, it's to the point, and the composition, the colors, the sheer emotion. What can you say?
I think
it's
she's
Little Dot.
Probably listening to some Second Dinner by Donnie Benet.
She very well might be. I like Second Dinner. Oh, yeah.
Now see, Meet Miss Pepper. Now this cover, you had it, I believe you had it on the wall for a while, and I always found it very striking.
Well, what kid wouldn't want to meet Miss Pepper?
They didn't look like that in my day.
Oh, ain't it the truth? Now, I found this particular comic sweating in a plastic bag at the Four Seasons Flea Market in Youngstown, Ohio. It was the only comic that the person had on their table, and when I walked up to it, it literally had condensation inside the bag from being in the sun. What do you want for that? And guy's like, $2. Like, done, get it out.
Let it breathe.
Right, exactly. I rushed into the car, gave it CPR, and
you gotta try
brought
out
it
your
back
Miss Pepper.
around. Yeah, exactly.
This is cool, but fuck that.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Don't you be passing over Mike Shane. He's the private detective, don't you know? Oh, Mr. Shane.
House of Terror is on the back.
Ah!
The original Harvey glasses. Come on.
Yeah, I guess there's definitely no question which is the superior comic.
Right,
I'm not even sure why they're riding together.
I don't either, but he deserves his own bag at my place.
Yeah, I reckon that's right. Oh, but don't be so short on Mike Shane, my friend.
Actually, from here it kind of looks like
Kolchak. He's
Kolchak.
a great detective. Oh, yeah, well, he's got
Carl
that sort
Kolchak
of...
giving somebody the business.
Right, you betcha. You know it. It's like, what do you mean I can't go into that building and crack my big story?
So you got a Dell on this side and a Harvey on the other side.
Oh, yeah. We're wild that way in the archives. We ain't taking any prisoners.
All right. Panic.
Ha
There you go.
No, I love this one.
Santa's about to get a surprise there.
Right. Now, Panic, what does this look like to you?
It's like mad.
There's a good reason for that. It's because Panic was published by the same people who published Mad Magazine.
There you go.
There were so many imitators that they thought, wait a minute,
Let's
we
just do
can
our
imitate ourselves. We have enough guys here. It's like, hey, get over here, give me 12 pages. Boom, and Panic was born. These are a lot of fun if you love early Mad magazines, especially... if you love that moment in time, because this definitely represents a moment in time that won't come again.
He looks like an impish Mr. Bean with a unibrow. Thrilling Love 3D. I know that's how I like my Thrilling Love.
Oh, yeah. Far too much of my love lately has been in 2D. And,
in the back here, you got, the 3D rendering there. Yeah. It kind of makes your eyes boggle there. Good stuff.
Happily.
Hey, there's your 3D glasses.
This one even comes with the 3D glasses. Like I said, you'll often find 3D comics in the dollar bins, but you won't often find them with the glasses. Some clown is sitting at home still wearing them. He's
got a pile a la, Scrooge McDuck that he swims in.
Oh, right, yeah, exactly.
I have all the glasses.
All the blue and red cellophane flying in every
here we
direction.
Go. The Unseen. He looks like a mustacheless Hitler. That's
my new emo band.
He's trying to hang out in Brazil and hide out there, but she got him.
Oh yeah. You can run, but you can't hide, Hitler.
Time is the killer. I don't know. It looks like she's going to be the killer there. Then we got Wall of Flesh and Other Horrors. Now, I know this was, the Wall of Flesh was featured recently.
That's right. We just talked about the Wall of Flesh in Having a Drink with Mink.
Spooky, scary stuff.
You betcha. In the 1980s and early 1990s, the black and white comics were big. And if you'd missed this the first time out, this was your opportunity to get it again. It might not be quite as striking in black and white, but nonetheless, where else are you going to read it? Well, this is color.
Oh, sure.
It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Having a Drink with Mink. I am, of course, Jason Mink. This is, of course,
Dennis Miller.
And we'll see you next time. Cheers.
I'm surprised I didn't crack up when you said, "Can you pull that one out again?"
They missed it. Pull it out again.
Right.
Yeah, they missed it. Come on, Coco. Très joli, Coco. Très joli.
Sometimes it's so fast.